welcome again to our channel Spirit Adventure. This is
Zoe
and Sabdi, and we're gonna talk today about Spain. And we have a special episode today because we're gonna have a
special guest.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about culture, about stories, scary facts, traveling stuff with our guests and experiences. So let's go.
Hola, and welcome back to this part of the video of Spirit Adventure where we talk about ghosts. In this part of the video, we're going to be talking about the House of Seven Chimneys of Madrid. This house contains two ghosts, a soldier, and his wife. So if you're wondering how they died, the soldier died to, a war. He died to war, and then his wife died to unexpected events where she died in the bathroom. And it's pretty sad because it seemed like they had such a great life together, and it kind of just unexpectedly ended brutally. And then on to some tourist attractions where I will be putting up pictures and, stuff like that. Some places they can go. Sorry, I kind of just skipped over that. Some of the tourist attractions is like a lot of big castles, places that were like back then, and they're all like big, kind of like run down. They look through them, talk about the history. I don't really know how to say some of these, so I will put up text and pictures so you can see, because I'm not really fluent in, and I'm sorry because I feel like I'm going to say them all wrong, so I'm not going to say them. So, see ya.
Hello people, welcome again to Culture Time. So today we're gonna talk about a little bit about Spain culture. So first of all, Spain is a European country, and its language is Spanish, of course. But for my personal opinion, I think that Spain is the most Latin American European country. It has many cultures similar to those of South and Central America. If you wanna go to Spain, you need to know you need to visit churches, castles, beaches, maybe mountains too. There is really beautiful. The persons are kind, and they are like sweet with people, with visitors, and it's really beautiful. That country is really beautiful. For fun facts, I have two. So first of all, the first one is that Spain is a really very Catholic country. It is really Catholic country. And the second one is, just for clear, Spanish of Spain. Oh my gosh, Spanish of Spain and Spanish or Central and South America is the same one. It's the same Spanish, just different accent. I speak Spanish, and sometimes it's hard for me to understand Spanish people, but it's the same one, so I can understand them. So this is everything for today. This is a really short video, but it's gonna be it is interesting, so I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye. I say short video, and it's short video. I don't know. I can say that.
We are back.
So right now we're gonna talk about traveling stuff, but first of all, we have a special guest, and today we're gonna introduce you the Mrs.Leary.
Hello, thank you for having me today.
Thank you for staying here with us. So today we're gonna talk about traveling stuff and experience. So you were in Spain, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna ask you, like, what is the experience of travel to Spain or the culture or something like you want to share with us.
Perfect.
So, how was your trip?
My trip was great. So my travel to Spanish-speaking countries has been Mexico, Panama, and then Spain. So, and that was my first time I went to Europe, was when I went to Spain. So Europe is so much different than when you go to Central America, because things are so much older. Everything, the big cities, everything's smaller because people have lived there for so long. Streets are narrower, apartments are smaller, and things like that. A couple of my favorite places, we went to El Prado, which is a museum there, and I don't know much about art at all. I'm just like, oh, that's pretty, nice. But we had a tour guide who was able to show us how artists would have to paint over what we did, depending upon what was allowed at the time, or why something was painted that way, because it was a statement against this or for this. So that was a very cool thing there.
You were to Spain, but in what state or city?
We went to a couple different cities. We started in Madrid, and then we went to Toledo, and then we went to Sevilla for just a little bit.
Which one was the best for you?
I think I like Toledo, because Toledo is known a lot like for their gold. So a lot of things are gold plated there, and we spent probably most of our time there as well.
And then did you like eat like certain foods there?
A very popular dish in Spain is paella. So, and paella is eaten in lots of places that are close to the ocean because there's seafood and stuff in there, which is a rice dish.
With rice, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And otherwise, tapas are very popular, which are kind of like small plates and small appetizers that people share.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I was talking. I will talk about that after this. But yeah, the food is incredible. I try a little bit of Spanish food. I don't know, and it's really really good. Yeah, actually I am from another country, but it's like similar. It's good. Yeah. Another question.
I mean, I guess just overall, was it like a good, like a best trip you've ever had, or would you go again? Or?
I would definitely go again. When I had went with students, so it's always fun to watch as students learn about things too. I do wish I would have known more about Spain before we went, because Spain at one point, the Moors of Northern Africa came and invaded Spain. So there were places that had been built as mosques for Muslims that then were converted to cathedrals and back and forth, so you could see those different pieces or what was allowed in one and how it was converted and things like that. So yeah, I would say definitely before you travel, do a little bit of research so that you can be like, oh, I know what this is, or oh, I understand this part and things like that.
So for you that you were learning more Spanish, how was that? Was difficult, like the accent, or you know already what they are saying?
It is a little bit different. I was lucky I had a Spanish teacher from Spain when I was in college, so she would have that when she spoke. So I was used to it. I remember the first time I had her class, I was like, I don't understand anything. And by about the third or the fourth, I'm like, oh, okay, it's better.
So was this Spain trip or like this big Europe trip? Like, did you go with the other Spanish?
This
class,
was at my first school, my first year I ever taught. So I was young and naive, and here we go, everyone, let's go. So
yeah, and what was the like fun part of the trip? Like you say, I love that part because I don't know, it's like so fun.
I think when we went to the some of the castles and things like that, just because that was something that you just see in Disney World or in books and things like that. So I think seeing some of those types of things was great.
So well, I think this is everything for today, guys, and thank you for joining us and for sharing with us your experience. So for traveling stuff, we have 3 places, 3 plates.
3 places and 3 plates.
Yeah.
So the first place in Spain you can go to is
Madrid.
Madrid
Is the famous one.
And then Toledo.
Toledo.
And then Soria.
And for the 3 plates, we have The paella is a typical plate. We have el cocido y and las migas. So, yep. You can find us at JHS Creative Communication. Give us your like,
Comment and subscribe.
yes. And for last thing, we want to that you say like, see you next time or see you in next episode. In
Excellent.
Spanish.
Hasta la próxima.
Bye.